Weakling. I like a man.
There were so many memes after that point too, man. After that movie, like I don't feel so good. There were so many memes and stuff after that.
Shin's yelling at the screen. Have some damn dignity.
I wish I did do that during the movies. Boy, Isaac went to the movies with me. He know I'll do that.
Lord, I have to get a muzzle for you, man. I can't be going to the. I can't take you nowhere.
Noah goes to the movies with me. He knows I am. All right, we're moving on. Black Panther. All right, I'm gonna go first on this one. This is the best, no question. I don't even have to explain myself. It's the best, no question. This was a movie that I was waiting for my life.
Yes.
This was a movie I was waiting for my life. Like the best, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I mean, I might show my age a little bit, and then some people might not even know what I'm talking about. The best black superheroes that I like, besides Blade, the first one, was Blank Man and Meteor Man. and besides them, like we didn't. Man, I can't even.
He's not a hero. All right.
He's not.
He is not.
He's not.
He got superpowers though.
Just because you got superpowers don't mean you're a hero.
He black though.
Man.
Man.
It's powerful.
Anyway, it was a long time coming, and they did great in this. It does fall apart in the third act, which most of the Marvel movies do fall apart in the third act. But those first two acts, they were pretty good. Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, he was a great villain, man. Like this is the best, no question for me. The best, no question.
I mean, didn't he when you first saw his screenshot, didn't he just look like Killmonger with the hair?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did a really good job.
And he had Saiyan armor, guys. He designed his own.
He did do that.
He designed his own thing, his costume, modeling after Dragon Ball Z, after Saiyan armor, Vegeta's armor. Man, I was just like, what? It was cool, man. I enjoyed this black people movie. Yes, I am black. I enjoyed.
Hashtag bring back Killmonger.
He was so good that's what people were saying. They wanted to bring back Killmonger. Why did y'all kill him?
Yeah.
Noah, I know you've seen Black Panther.
They're bringing him back for the what if, so.
Yeah. Noah, did we put you to sleep, Noah?
Damn, we're just like Infinity War.
Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Black Panther.
Black Panther. Wait, what? I forgot what the tiers was. Let me make it big.
The best, no question. That's S tier. I watch it again. That's A B tier. Meh is C tier, and then trash.
All right, we're gonna put it in the best, no question. I'll put it in the best, no question. But I do have some caveat.
What's your caveat?
First of all, only me, you, and like 7 other people knew who the fuck Black Panther was before they even said something about it.
You are right. You are probably right.
I didn't even think it was gonna do good at all. All the black people showed up to the movie theater. They was like, it's a black people movie. It was like, what? Black people show up. You would have thought it was like Tyler Perry's Black Panther or something. Like for real. But yeah, man, I still give it the best, no question.
Medea visits Wakanda.
Why do I want to see that movie?
I swear to God, like part of me was like, no, I don't. But at the same time, damn, I do.
Doom.
Best, no question, because perfect casting, and they captured the mythology of Wakanda great. You know, before that, the only mystical type place, you know, where it was kind of like Asgard, you know, where you had a whole culture that we got to see that was different from Earth in the MCU, and I thought Asgard was well, but I thought Wakanda was better. You know, they got their Apple Watches, and the person's image actually pops up out of the watch, and you're actually talking to them. You know, it's hidden. You know, they definitely put it on the map as the most technologically advanced place in Marvel with that movie, which is what it is.
Yeah,
so,
it was true to the comics. I like that.
And then when the first thing I read Black Panther in was the Civil War comic, when they had broken into the Supermax prison area where they would take the teleporter to get the people out of the negative zone. You know what I'm talking about, Shen?
Yeah.
Right.
At first I thought you were going to say Storm and T'Challa's wedding, because that happened during Civil War too.
No, I didn't. I didn't read that side story.
What happened during Civil War?
Storm and T'Challa's wedding.
Oh, okay.
They got married in the midst of all that, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you remember when they get in and there's an encryption, and he's like, "Yeah, I know the encryption, but I have to remember that 69-digit password."
Jesus.
I'm like,
oh yeah. And
he's had to fight against everybody, and he gets to the computer and he's got to remember a 69-digit password. So they're already telling me that the dude is, you know, is smart, but
yeah.
You know, you've got to be able to fight, get in there and do all. So you got to be able to multitask as well. And then I read a little side comic where he took over for, you know, in the Fantastic Four. And everybody always felt like he was the most dangerous on the battlefield, even though he really didn't have any powers. You know, the enemies were always more worried about him.
Yeah.
You know, and then he fended off an invasion from Dr. Doom, from the Skrulls.
Also Namor. He did that against Namor too. They always got beef.
Okay. Now let's look at that. I mean, he's pretty much a regular dude whose nemesis is Namor. Come on, America. Come on now. I mean, this dude is with the Black Panther is legitimate heavy hitter in my opinion. Now, you know, I'm a big Batman fan and I like Batman more. But when I'm in, like, you know, YouTube channels and I put my opinion that Black Panther would beat Batman in a fight, you'd be surprised how much hate I get, how much I'm called a Batman hater and all this stuff. But I mean, the dude is impressive, and I think Chadwick Boseman captured that great. And he was perfect. I mean, the walk, yeah, definitely up there in the best, no question.
All right, Isaac.
Yeah, I'd have to give it best, no question. The funniest thing is, after this movie, I was like, you know, I'm half, my mother's black, my dad's European. He's also got like North African heritage in his family as well. But I had to go look up my fucking family tree to make sure I could be proud of this movie. It's like, let me just make sure I actually have claim on this movie. And then, you know,
and you Wakanda forever. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I Wakanda forever. I still do. I miss Chadwick Boseman to death, man. I'm telling you, to death is the worst possible thing I could have said there.
And
what? Go ahead.
I just wanted to point that out too. That you know, up until Black Panther, man, Winter Soldier was kicking everybody's ass until he showed up.
True.
I forgot to say that. He was kicking everybody's ass, Captain America's ass, everybody's ass until Black Panther showed up. Then he was getting them L's hung on him. Yeah.
He just, like, the moment he shows up, even, like, we haven't talked about Civil War yet, and this will definitely come up in Civil War again. But his entrance in Civil War is still one of the coolest moments because of, number one, how quiet it was. Like, the fact that all of a sudden you just see his shadow and you're like, what the fuck is that? And then he appears and you're like, wow, it's Black Panther. And then the movie happened, And the way he I never freeze, and then he drops out the fucking plane and beats the shit out of these dudes in the dark,
Like Batman.
like Batman, yeah. Except it was more terrifying because with Batman he's in the city. The fact that you've got a dude dressed as a panther in the jungle, I no.
So
I
you
would've
like
died
cats?
on sight.
So you
I
like
do
cats?
like cats.
I'd be shitting bricks if I see something like that up on a
He
tree.
was just like immediately. Black Panther was the guy you want to have him on your team. He's just so cool. Plus, that movie taught a really good lesson because they were talking about the question of upholding tradition or going out of your way to help those in need. And I remember for a long time, this got me talking with a lot of people because a lot of people were like, Killmonger's still bad and everything, but I was like, yeah, but I get Killmonger. I completely understand where he's coming from. He went about it the wrong way, but you can't, completely disprove his argument. He had a point, and it's like the fact that by the end, it's kind of rare to see for the main hero to be of this specific mindset throughout the movie. The villain shows up and has such a compelling case that by the end, the hero completely switches. And it's like, Killmonger went about it the wrong way. I'm going to do it the right way, but he was right. You know what I mean? That movie was it was wonderful. It was a lot of fun to see in theaters too. Although, I saw it in IMAX the first night, and I sat more to one side. So the part where he shows up at the last big fight scene, and I think he explodes his plane on the way down. It was mostly centered on the right speaker, and I was closest to the right speaker, and it made me jump. I don't know why I remember that specifically, but yeah. So I put it in best, no question.
All right, Isaac. Not Isaac. JR. See, I do it every time.
Oh my
Every
God.
time.
I was kind of struggling because there was a lot of things that I liked about this movie, but there are some things that didn't sit right with me.
Get it, boys. I'm just
Look, I respect all y'all's opinions. I understand that y'all love this movie, and I agree with every single one of them.
Black Panthers matter.
Oh my God! Please.
Let this man JR talk. Let him talk.
You right.
Damn it.
You right.
Oh my God! That's why I was so scared, because you make it such like a black people movie that when someone of a different color, like they talk about the faults, you immediately rip on them.
Look, man. I know there's faults. You can go ahead and say them.
You're right.
Okay. Like
Small.
the final small faults, small faults. Like the battle between Killmonger and Black Panther when they both have the suit. Like it didn't look as entertaining as it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
The whole battle outside, those CGI rhinos, I can't get over them. I just can't get over this. And the biggest sin that I could think of this movie is that they killed off Claw.
Oh yeah.
And Andy Serkis, one of my favorite actors. They just killed him off like nothing.
That was a shocker.
It was a shocker, and it didn't sit right with me the whole time. I was like, oh man, that's a waste. Could have used him for another Black Panther movie, like for the sequel. But no, they fucking kill him off. But other than that, everything that y'all said, I wholeheartedly agree. Like, I love Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman did a fantastic job playing this character, and I respect him even more because, like, that he had like the cancer. Where did he had cancer in his
I don't know. It was pretty bad. I know that he was fighting it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
he
bad.
was fighting it through.
And nobody
like,
knew.
most
That
of
was the
them-
thing. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. You couldn't even tell, and he was doing a fantastic job portraying this badass character. And that gains like the most respect out of him.
Yeah, I think he did 6 movies after he was diagnosed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, M'Baku is my favorite character in that whole movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yo, those were goons. The white gorillas, they were goons. They were goons.
Whatever Martin Freeman's character was trying to talk, he was like,
Yeah, they were goons.
like, you do not speak here.
They were goons, man. They were goons.
Hey, but that joke too, that joke at that scene, oh, I will feed you to my children. I am just joking. We are vegetarians. The whole crowd fell out laughing. Yeah, the whole crowd fell out laughing.
I love it.
Noah, are you still there?
Yeah, y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You want to say your 2 cents on Black Panther?
Black Panther. I guess Black Panther is the only movie I've seen in the movie theaters twice ever in my life. Actually,
I don't know what he said.
y'all can hear me.
I can hear you. I mean, it sounds like
You
you're.
sound far away.
Yeah, you do sound far away, but
How
I
sound now?
I heard you. I can still hear you, and we got you on the recording. So
I don't know which one. Yeah, you can put in the best. I don't got nothing to say.
okay. All right. So we got a couple of these left. We are running at an hour. We're pretty good. I knew this was gonna be pretty long. This is also gonna be in the podcast stuff. So Google Play, Stitcher, all the other podcast things. All right. So next up, Captain America: Winter Soldier. Doom. You are
Oh
guest.
my goodness.
You could go first on this one. Where are you putting this?
I'd watch again.
Oh.
Definitely. The Winter Soldier has my favorite fight scenes in the MCU. You know, his I mean, he reminds me of like the Terminator in that movie when he showed up and he was just taking out everybody. He caught Captain America's shield when Captain America threw it at him. You know, I mean, he showed up and he was intimidating in a movie where you needed somebody that you felt like could hang with Captain America in a fight. And you know, I thought that the fighting choreography was really good. I like that we got to see a little bit of the spy Nick Fury. You know, when he got in that little car chase scene, and you know, he kind of had to have a bit of poise. And Samuel L. Jackson is my favorite actor. You know, and he's sitting there and he's talking to the computer, and the computer was like, "Well, if they keep, you know, because they were ramming his door, and the computer was telling him I needed to deploy this weapon for defense," and he was like, "No, not yet, not yet." And then as soon as the door came over, he was like, "Now!" And he pulls out the little machine gun, and I thought the action was really good. And you know, the Captain America and Bucky story, I like that. You know, I like, you know, that he stuck up for Steve when Steve couldn't stick up for himself physically. You know, and you know, so it was kind of about their friendship, and you know, it was some good action in it. So I put it in the I'd watch again.
Okay. All right. Noah. Is he here? No. JR.
I would put this the best, no question. This whole movie kind of changed the way you see Captain America. Like this whole story of like him in a modern day setting. Like you sort of see it in the first Avengers movie, but it's really fleshed out in the Winter Soldier, and he's trying to come to grips of how, like, he's working for an organization who's kind of like distrustful of everybody, so they make like a contingency plan to take out all threats before they even happen. And what he says is best, like, this isn't freedom, this is fear. and oh my goodness, like, his character kind of shines the best in this movie. And yeah, all the action. It had all the best action in this movie.
Isaac.
So.
Yeah, I would put this in best no question. I mean, you knew that was coming. I don't know why you asked me.
I knew this was coming.
I plus it's fresh because I watched this movie like a couple of days ago, and I'm pretty sure this is what prompted this entire episode, because I posted on Facebook, damn, this is really the best Marvel movie, isn't it? I completely and totally stand by that statement. I think this is the best MCU movie. I am a fan of like political thrillers, and like I think it was you, Walt, that said it the other night. This movie could have been in any franchise. They could have put in James Bond. They could have put in Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible. They could have put in literally anybody else, and it would have been.
Except for Fast and Furious. It ain't got no.
That. You're right.
It ain't got no family in there. It don't got no family in there. So.
Bucky's like a brother to Cap.
Hey, yeah, Bucky's family.
Oh yeah, you right. My bad.
Family.
Hey, there we go.
Family.
That qualifies it. But yeah, they could have put anybody in that movie and done any franchise, and it would have been great. So the fact that it was centered on Captain America, and it was this guy who had just come out of the ice. One of the first things he did when he came out of the ice was have to fight alongside a fucking god, a giant green rage monster, 2 spies, and a dude in a metal suit. But he's already had a wild time since he came out, and now he has to deal with the fact that he can't trust the government anymore. And I thought that was a really good position to put Steve in, and in doing so, that movie made. I never thought Captain America was a badass until I saw that movie. And see, I didn't know. I wasn't a big Captain America fan before that. Now he's my favorite character in the whole MCU anyway. Plus it gave us Sam Falcon, who is also now Captain America. And then the Winter Soldier thing happened. The fight scenes were incredible. The fight scene on the street is one of the best hand-to-hand things I've ever seen. I can't say enough about this movie. This movie's so fucking good.
Black Widow and Winter Soldier had a good little fight.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Full disclosure, before I saw this movie, I had no clue about who the Winter Soldier was.
Really?
Yeah. You have to remember this because this happened during school.
I left school early to go see this movie.
Yeah, and then one of the kids they told me who the Winter Soldier was. But he was like, "Well, there's obviously Bucky," and I think it's because he reads the comics more, the Captain America comics more than I do.
Right.
And I yelled at him. I was like, "Dude, it's a spoiler. Why'd you do that?" And he was like, "Oh, I mean, it's obvious, right?" And I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn, it is obvious now that I think about it, man. But
is it really a spoiler for 20 years of knowledge? Is that really a spoiler? It's already been out for 20 years. Is it though?
No. Well, for me, it was because at the time I didn't know who the Winter Soldier was.
Yeah, I can respect that. That's
for the uninitiated.
For I was the uninitiated. I did
a quick
like,
Google.
a
quick Google search would have told you who it was. But Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Actually, I would go there and say I would watch it again.
Oh, so
I'd watch it again.
So you're with Doom on that one, okay?
I actually like that one, even though it still has your homegirl in it.
Black Widow,
Slack Widow. Yeah,
Black Widow. Mm.
I think that was during the time when she was pregnant too, man.
Yeah, she was pregnant during that movie. Yeah.
Wasn't she also pregnant during Civil War? I don't remember.
I think it was Infinity War she was pregnant during. I can't
I
remember.
just remember one of the other Avenger movies.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Okay, well, you want to say anything else on this, Jimmy?
It was actually a really good movie. I like the twist ending. I like the bad cap. That was the beginning of Bad Cap.
Bad Cap.
Like Civil War Cap. America.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh, okay.
Technically, he was the bad guy. He was the government.
I mean,
He was a fugitive. Yeah, you're right.
you're not wrong. Yeah. You're not wrong. What I gotta go with what Isaac has said, dude. Like it on my personal of the 23 movies in my top 10. This is number 2 for me. Like it before when one of these movies, when we get to it, came out, this was number 1. Like no question. Like a very close one is Iron Man to me. But like Captain America, Winter Soldier, like it changed the game for Marvel movies in general. Like out of all the Marvel movies, this one feels more not like a Marvel movie. Like it feels like a spy thriller type movie. It just so happened has superheroes in it. That's what the type of movie is. It's almost just like Thor Ragnarok. It's a comedy adventure. It just happened to have superheroes in it and everything.
Yeah.
So like Captain America, like Winter Soldier, it changed the game. And there is no way anybody can tell me any fight scene, any of the 23 movies, is better than the elevator fight scene. No way.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard. That shit was hard. Yeah. Yeah, that shit was hard.
It is one of the best fight scenes. They even make it a callback in Endgame. So, like...
Plus, look, and quick thing about the elevator fight scene, it's like, other movies probably would have been like, he gets in the elevator, he's kind of nervous, and then they all jump him at once. But the fact that they had Cap stand there and he was like, so before we get started, does anybody want to get off? I was like, holy shit.
That was so Captain America-like. That was so Captain America-like. Oh, it should look great.
So
with all that said, I have to put it in best, no question. I'm still putting Black Panther.
Oh man, and then your man jumped out of the elevator.
Yeah,
and
landed on his shield. Also, we got Sam, guys. We got the Falcon in this.
Yeah, we got the Falcon in that.
We got the Falcon in this.
Yeah,
I
man. We
remember
got
you did a great job in that.
That is shut up, Jimmy. I do not look like that man.
Yes, you did.
No, I do not.
Do not deny yourself.
Oh my god. Anyway, we got the other best friend of Captain America up in this, man. It's a great movie all around. All right, next up, Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is one of the movies I personally haven't seen, but I've heard a lot, so I'm gonna fake it through like I've seen it. All right, let's go with Doom, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Where you going?
Man.
Oh, he immediately answered that one. He didn't have no thought or nothing. You want to elaborate on that?
There are these little side villains that were pissing me off throughout the whole movie. You know, they were so annoying, and you know, they just kind of felt like they were a bit out of place, or maybe the dude was overacting. But I know that part of the movie kind of really turned me off, and it would have been a little bit better if I didn't like the, CGI in the first Ant-Man so much, because I thought that was one of the reasons the first one was so good. But at this point, it wasn't too big of a surprise, So for that reason, I would say meh. I mean, it was an okay action movie. I do like Michael Douglas. Like those asshole characters. It was predictable because I knew that what's her name, Michelle Pfeiffer, was going to heal old girl at the end. So meh.
Okay. JR.
I would put.
You do what now?
No, I'm just thinking.
I think he's thinking.
Oh.
Because this is kind of hard because I like the movie, but I also agree that it's the best. It's not the best. So I would say between I'd watch it again and. Because, like, I like Paul Rudd overall. Like, his character is great. And,
where you putting it, though?
where am I putting it? Fine, I'd watch it again.
Okay.
I'll watch it again.
That's all I needed to know. Jimmy. Okay, Isaac.
It's falling.
I'm thinking too.
Oh my god.
Because like, it's not terrible. It's kind of forgettable, but at the same time, this movie made me laugh the hardest out of all the Marvel movies. The fucking school scene. You know what I'm talking about, JR. We went to see it together.
Oh
When
my
he was in the fucking preschool and was like half shrunk, I was dying. I could not handle it. But at the same time, it's like kind of forgettable, and it's like eh.
And I love the fucking like.
Was this the same one where he fought Thomas the Train?
No, that was the first.
No,
one.
that's the first one.
Okay.
But you reminded me of the line that Michael Douglas told. He was like, "You want a juice box?" They were like making fun of how short.
Yeah.
He was like, ha ha. And then Scott was like, "Do you have a juice box?
Do you?
do you actually have a juice box?"
It's so fucking funny. Damn. Because I do want to put it in meh, and at the same time, I would watch it again. But then again, I would only watch it to get to that part in the school, and then I'd probably cut it off.
So
Yeah, just put it in
meh.
Just put it in meh. Yeah, put it in meh.
Okay, because I was gonna say meh. The only thing I've heard about the movie, well, the Constance things, is the Wasp. That's the most standout-ish, and it's almost
She's cool.
From what I heard,
Yeah,
it's almost
was
like
awesome.
the
She was
Wasp
awesome.
movie, not Ant-Man's movie. Ant-Man's like the secondary player, and the Wasp is the main character. So that's what I've heard.
He gets treated like Mad Max in the latest Mad Max movie.
Oh, okay, then that makes sense. It's one of those that's in my queue, but I know I'll probably never watch it. I know I'll never watch it. Jimmy, are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, all right. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yes, I'll watch it again.
Oh.
I like that movie. I keep campaigning for the movie. Y'all know I'm a comedy.
Yeah.
I like comedy anyway. And yeah, it was a genuinely funny Marvel movie.
That's fucking funny.
Also, it's really entertaining, like how
Yeah.
how they like incorporates the
All
whole
right,
shrinking
guys.
thing.
You're pulling my arm. I'll watch it soon. I'll put
Yeah,
it
it's not-
up closer
Yeah,
in the
it's not a
queue.
it's not a terrible movie because I can tell you right now, I'm gonna have 2 of them in the trash. Well, I can tell you that right now. You know, and it is funny because you know the parole officer, his interaction with Paul Rudd
Oh
was,
my
was really
goodness.
funny.
Mhm.
And I was really happy to see him back in, you know, WandaVision because I remember how funny he was. And
Because I love that.
Yeah.
And the minute that he did like the magic trick that he was trying in N.W.A, I was so happy. It made me so happy to see him actually do that.
Like he did.
you can
Yeah.
tell he was
He's
kind
like-
of lonely too because he thought Paul Rudd asked him if he wanted to go out and get lunch one time. Hey, thought you was asking me if I wanted to get lunch. You know, that was pretty funny too. So yeah, it was funny, Shen. You should definitely watch it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll put it
Yeah, I was
closer
saying-
in the queue. Okay.
And then text me when they get to the school. That shit's funny.
All right,
So
next
I
up,
look forward-
Thor Ragnarok. JR.
Oh.
Oh. I would watch it again.
What?
My instinct almost immediately was it almost like was the best, no question, but I would say I'd watch it again because before watching it I was disappointed. Well, as I was watching it, I was a little disappointed of how it was going. But then when I rewatch it, I ended up loving it because I wasn't expecting this to be more comedic than the other Thor movies. Like
Mhm.
they always try to play Thor as like a serious character, but this movie happened and I was kind of off-putted by it the first time I watched it, but then as I rewatched it again, I was like, huh, this actually works. Thor as a comedic character, that actually works. I could see like this happening. I could see his character being this. And also, like, I was also a little disappointed how they kind of downplay Ragnarok. While they really downplayed it because Ragnarok's supposed to be like a serious event, but then this whole movie is like mostly on Sakaar. I think that's the planet's name.
Yeah.
Or Planet Hulk, where the events of Planet Hulk was supposed to take place, and I'm like, how would they do this? But I was pleasantly surprised when rewatching it that it kind of works. It kind of works, but not in the way that I expected it. So I would put it to I would watch it.
All right. Isaac.
Yeah, I'd watch it again. I almost put it in best of all time because they play Immigrant Song twice. And that song's fucking awesome. Plus, you know, Thor learning the best line in the whole movie is, "Are you Thor, God of Hammers?" It's like, you have a point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'd watch it again. I know I will watch it again because it's also one of the funniest ones, and it seemed like a natural progression for Thor to become that funny, given the company he's been keeping for a while. It feels like he's been hanging around with Tony Stark too much because he's got that kind of humor now. Like, damn, you need to leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd watch it again.
I put it in meh. No, I'm just playing. I won't put it in meh. I'd put it in. I'd put it in. I'd watch it again. Nah,
You probably did really put it in math.
In your
I'm
mind,
just trying to save face.
oh man,
He's like, I'm
these people
gonna be the
actually
only
like this. I don't want to anger them.
no, man. I'm for real. I'll put it in. I'll watch it again. I mean, it's a very funny movie. Like I just said, it's probably the second Marvel movie that's a different Marvel movie. It goes against the Marvel movie template, you know. And like I mean, I really enjoyed the movie. I wouldn't put it in the best, no question. No, I mean, it has faults, a lot of faults. And then Infinity War just super retcons the whole movie, the whole point of the Thor movie. Like you're more than your hammer, and what he do in Infinity War? I gotta get me a hammer, man.
I need a weapon.
Yeah.
And not only that, like when you see like the end credit scene of in Ragnarok, you like it was the ending of this really comedic movie, and then all of a sudden Thanos shows up. And
Like, oh god.
if you play them back to back, the tonal shift would be so jarring.
Yeah, well, I'd put it in and I'll watch it again. Jimmy.
Yeah, it was a movie, man. Nah, I'm just bullshit.
Wait. I would also say this. I don't know why. I can only speak for myself. Hella, though, in that movie, I don't know why. She's hella attractive and she could get
You
it.
already know.
She could get it. She could get it.
You
Fly
been waiting for
silver,
this.
dog. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know why, but
You're right. Yeah, you're hella right.
oh god.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm sorry.
Because
But
I was gonna say the same thing. Like hella, I wish there would have been more of hella in that whole movie.
Alright, Jimmy.
'Cause-
Jimmy.
So yeah, Thor Ragnarok. Actually, I like the movie. In fact, I would say the best, no question, Thor movie. No, not the whole thing. Just the best, no question. Thor movie for sure. Hell yeah. But I will watch it again. It's worth it, just for the chuckles, for the lulls, you know.
He's a friend from work.
Doom.
Yeah, I'd watch it again. I like the Planet Hulk story. It's one of my favorite stories in comics, and they incorporated a little bit of that into it. One of my favorite Thor stories is Thor's Disassembled, and they had a little tiny kind of hint of that in there too. And Loki's good. Loki's really good in it. The whole movie is funny, like y'all said. I mean, from the very beginning when
Thor's hanging upside down.
it's Surtur, right? It's Surtur.
Yeah, it's Surtur. Yeah.
It's not just anybody.
Like
It's
Thor.
it's somebody that can really kill him like easily. And I wasn't prepared because I knew that they took the comedic element during the trailers for it, but yeah, I wasn't ready for the comedic element in the beginning, and it caught me off guard, and it was really funny. So I'd watch it again.
It wasn't until like they had that little exchange with each other. Surtur was like, "Thor, son of Odin," and then Thor was like, "Surtur, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. How are you doing?" And I'm like, oh, this is a completely different vibe.
All right, we're here. End game. Doom.
Oh god.
Alrighty.
Best, no question. That was where I ranked the first Avengers as well. Yeah. I remember watching that movie, and it was actually the week Mortal Kombat had come out, right? So my brother got married earlier that month. Mortal Kombat 11 came out, and I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, so I really wasn't thinking that Endgame is coming out this week too, because I was so stoked about Mortal Kombat, and it really didn't hit me until I was standing in a line for Endgame that I was getting ready to watch Endgame, and we're talking to everybody in the line, and a lot of the movie, you know, it was like a graphic novel. You know, a lot of it was just story and how people were dealing with what happened, and you know, you felt it. You felt that fog of what had happened and how they were trying to cope with it, and it felt like Iron Man was happy, but he was broken. And in the end, when the fight had happened and they had snapped everything back, the fight had took place, and Thor had been beat, Iron Man had been beat, and then Captain America was standing there, and Thanos had broke his shield. You know, I'd read Infinity War, the Infinity Gauntlet, a few years before that, so I felt like Captain America was going to die. And you know, I remember my girlfriend saying, "Well, if because after they snapped the finger, she was like, well, if they snap the fingers, then Doctor Strange is back." And my son was like, well, if that means if Doctor Strange is back, then that means that Spider-Man is back. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute, if he's back, then that means Black Panther is back. And then you hear Sam over the radio, "Cap, on your 6," and you see him fly in, and everybody in the crowd erupts. And you know, the music starts off, and then for the first time you hear Avengers Assemble. Man, that was the second time my mind was blown, and I had to calm down. I had to realize what was happening. I was having a small little panic attack again. Small little panic attack, right? And then right in the beginning of the fight, Giant Man just runs up and punches one of them big things, like boom! It was wow. I was the oldest person in that theater, absolutely losing my shit. I was losing my mind. And then so you remember how in World War Hulk he was tearing up everything, and Sentry came in and flew through his ship, right?
Yeah.
And so when Thanos is just doing the suicide thing, he's just going to kill his own people, and they start shooting up in the sky, and then Captain Marvel, that entrance, man, I loved every bit of that movie. And yeah, you know, of course the ending, they really, really, really made you feel it. So yeah, that is definitely a best, no question for me.
Yep, that's the best, no question for me too. Like, it's the combination of 22 movies, not 23, because No Way Home is after this. Not No Way Home, Far From Home. My bad.
Far From Home.
Yeah, Far From Home is after that. One of those homes is after that. But like this, this was one of those movies. Like, there's no way for you to come into watching this movie without watching any of the Marvel movies and actually feeling the crowd. Like, there's so many times when I was watching this movie, my theater in particular went nuts. When Cap picked up the hammer, my theater went nuts. When Falcon said "on your left," my theater went nuts. But the moment for me personally is what makes this movie the best, no question, is when Cap finally said "Avengers Assemble." When he said that, I was like, this is an Avengers movie now. This is an Avengers movie right now.
And finally.
But just the music too, man. Like, right, you know, from the original Avengers, that's when the music started rolling out, and he hit the Avengers Assemble. Oh man, that was action movie perfection right there. That was great.
And even before all that too, when they were going through their little time travel hijinks and everything, felt like a sitcom, man. And then all the little one-liner things. That's America's ass. Damn, that is America's ass. It was just great. And when he got in the elevator, Hell Hydra. There's just so much good about the movie. This is something I can watch beginning to end. No question.
Right, and that scene with Black Widow and Hawkeye and Wymere was
him being Ronin and everything.
Oh man,
that was pretty cool. Like I said, No, there's so much in the movie that's just great, like, to me. But when Cap said Avengers Assemble, that right there is when I was like, finally.
It was all worth
Yeah.
it.
It's about time.
Finally.
Yeah. It was.
All the struggle.
Jimmy!
It all points down to
Jimmiemaxx. The baby. Nope. Okay. Isaac.
Oh, I thought I was the baby.
No, I was getting getting Jimmy's baby. You know, the baby normally has put his 2 cents in, but you know, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Isaac.
Yeah, I'd have to put this up in best, no question. I saw this at 2:00 in the morning in a packed IMAX theater.
I saw it at 6.
Jeez, man, I was hella tired. I was so tired, and I was like even more tired afterwards because I passed the fuck out once I got home. But this movie was just like, you know, we finally get to see this because again, it's like at the end of Infinity War, I was like, yeah, I know they're coming back. It doesn't make it sting any less. I just don't know what they're going to do to bring them back. And so when the movie starts, and within the first like 20 minutes, they chop the head off of Thanos. So I was like, huh? What the fuck are y'all gonna do now? Like, Thor, you asshole!
I mean, Thanos already ruined the stones. He destroyed them.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I was not prepared for this development. And then
his tongue came out when the head rolled.
Ugh. And then, okay, the biggest shock of the movie was not even a big action scene or anything. When they showed Thor for the first time, and he had that beer gut, I was like, oh no! Like everybody in my crowd, they were looking and they were like, oh, there's Thor. And he turned around and he kept turning around. I was like, oh no! What did they do to him? And I think particularly I love Thor's journey in that movie because I was in the mindset like, yeah, he's fat and everything like that. By the end of the movie, once he starts using his weapons, the lightning will hit him. He'll turn back into buff Thor. And this part like kind of made me tear up because when he's talking to his mom, that conversation with his mom hits so good. It's incredible. But the thing he did before he left was he called the hammer to him. And it's not that the hammer came to him. It's that he was like, I'm still worthy. And I was like, Thor, you shouldn't be doing this to people. But yeah, and then that big fight scene at the end where everybody comes back, that was one of those moments where I was like, all right, finally, you know, everybody's coming back. And then the portal to Titan opened up, and you know, I saw Doctor Strange come through, and I was like, oh yeah, he's back. Wait, where is he? Give me my boy. And here came Spider-Man. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Like, now I don't have to cry over you anymore. This is fantastic. Plus, there's just stuff in that movie that's like, there's things that if you had told my younger self going to see Iron Man 1 that I would have seen this stuff, I would have like laughed in your face. The fact that I watched Captain America throw Mjolnir, Spider-Man latched onto it and flew through the air with the Infinity Gauntlet in tow. I was like, this movie's fucking ridiculous. It's outrageous. This is a 3-hour superhero movie. I remember people were like,
yeah, that
3
was,
hours.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, one of my favorite movies is fucking Lawrence of Arabia and Ben-Hur, so I can sit through 3 hours easily. Although it's strange that they didn't do a intermission. I know people were asking for that. There's no reason to do. Where were you going to put an intermission in this movie? There's no spot for one.
Maybe during that part when Captain America was in that his little therapy session thing with all those dudes, and one of the Russo brothers was talking. You could have put it there. You could have put it there.
That's still within
was
20
near the-
minutes, though.
Was it?
Yeah, that was near the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. I don't know. Maybe
It
when
was after the
Ant-Man
5 year later
came
mark.
back, when Ant-Man came back and asked what year it was. Yeah, maybe that.
Or they should have been super assholes and put the intermission immediately. They cut it right as you see Hawkeye look in his hand. He's got the Soul Stone, and then that's the intermission. You have to stew on that for like 10
Oh
minutes.
my god, that
would have been rough.
That would have been horrible.
All right.
Yeah.
JR, I'm assuming best no question.
Yeah, that's no question.
Go ahead and say your like 1 minute or so piece on this. We need to speed this up.
I don't know what I could say that has been said already. I know that I did have something I wanted to say, but I completely forgot.
Sounds like JR.
Professor Hulk. That was another
Oh.
surprise that I wasn't expecting, but I was so glad that we got. Like, oh my goodness. They put the brains and the brawn together, and the fact that they were kids in the background, I was like, hey, can we get a selfie of you? And he was like, well, sure thing, little person. I'm like, that's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Also, to add to that Thor reveal, my mom is a huge fan of Thor for abs. For abs. And when she saw that, she was like, what did they do to my man? I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off when I saw it, but she was horrified.
He was not a man no more. Because remember in Infinity War when the Guardians found him, that's a man. This is a man.
Yeah.
He was not a man no more. All right. I say Jimmy.
Nah, you didn't ask.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're back. Okay, Jimmy. All right. Jimmy, Endgame.
Okay.
Oh.
If you asked me when I first seen it, I would have said best by far, no joke.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm gonna have to give it a man.
Jimmy,
What?
Just a full 2 rank down?
we are kicking you out the N.W.A. Okay?
Why you gotta what? First of all, y'all know I'm into physics and
Okay, yeah, okay.
Quantum physics
Look.
and stuff like that.
Look.
Okay.
All I gotta say is comic book movie. I know
they
that.
should never have time travel. They should never have time travel. That's all I'm saying. There could have been another way. There had to be another way. They didn't have to break the universe in order. That's all I'm saying.
That's what makes it so interesting, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't understand. I can't get mad. All right, you still in the N.W.A. man. I can't.
I mean,
They
I
didn't have to break the
understand
universe.
I understand the reluctance of time travel because, for me, there's like only one movie that has the perfect time travel. That's like the perfect time travel movie, and the way they kind of like omit its whole like the physics of it. I was like, oh shit, they're not.
Fuck that. They use the word quantum too many fucking times. Fuck them. Fuck them. No.
Okay, Jimmy, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. I mean, Volume 2. Volume 2. Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Yeah, the second one.
Ego. That might be a med too. Could get wet. I'm trying to think. Did anything happen worth seeing again? No, nothing happened worth seeing again.
All right, Isaac.
This is Guardians 2, right?
Yep, Guardians 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a meh.
With a meh. All right.
Yeah.
All right. JR.
I'd say I'd watch it again because I always have this as like a background noise whenever.
Then that means
Like
you're
I'm
not watching
watching-
it.
Technically, yeah.
Technically, yeah. But I think I like the whole dynamic between Star-Lord and Ego, like a
man.
father, like son trying to connect with the father.
Mm.
Like, I thought that whole thing was kind of sweet, and then the rest of it happened, and I'm like, oh shit, well.
The movie never had to happen. Mantis could have beat him on her own.
Doom. Guardians 2, Doom.
Also,
I'd watch it
intro
again.
is the best.
You'd watch it again?
I'd watch it again. I like Michael Rucker. Is his name? Dude that played Yondu.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you know,
I
like-
forgot about Yondu.
Yeah.
I
Like those
forgot
great-
about. See, y'all should have reminded me Yondu.
I mean, he is Mary
Yeah,
Poppins.
Sound Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah,
you know
he is
what?
Mary
I'll
Poppins.
watch it again just to sound Mary Poppins.
Damn.
Okay. All right.
Yondu, Baby Groot, yeah.
I'm Mary Poppins.
All right. Well then, it's in. I'll watch it again, I guess.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I mean,
It's very